Your life is
in trouble
and
falling apart.
we need the Gundams to protect.
Hide from what hurts.
Build your own Gundam mobile suit. Snap and slide pieces together. No glue required. The suit that is larger than life. Take control and become more powerful than ever before. Articulate the arms. Move the head. Lift the chest and reveal the truth. Or close it back up. Don't let them see. All new 7-foot reality barrier 10 Gundam. We out here, no, we in here, learning the actual software itself. Is it a good choice to get into this without knowing the software? Probably not. So I have this art project and I said I was going to be documenting it from start to finish. I'm very behind right now. I have to get some stuff in order. Now my room is in order. Clear workspace, clear mindset, clear work. Let's get to work. So right now I'm kind of in a state of misplacing things. So this is the main primer that's gonna go on my foam and seal it all up. Make it not feel like foam. Make it feel like a plastic. It's gonna be something that's more durable so that it can be handled. Here's the foam that I have. This one here is 8mm. So what I have going on right now is that 1, I haven't shaved in a while. 2, I'm just learning tangents, different line sketch commands. Just learned about the mirror sketch. Alright. I learned how to extrude. So I have some sketches laid out and, well, I know the modeling software and I know the generally what it's going to look like, but it has to be an original design and having a more exact model will help me work off something easier that is created by myself. Basically what I'm trying to do is make a blueprint that I can work off of, make everything easier to build. This is the one Gundam model I have and I butchered like 3/4 of it so far. In the meanwhile, let me show you something. So here's my very organized machine desk, inside at least. This machine will print out specifically the joints. I know I have PLA up here, but the material that I'm going to use is probably, what was it called? PETG? PETG is kind of like PLA, but it has a little bit more elasticity, so for things like threads, joints, ball joints, things that are going to be under tension, I think those will be better, and I will modify models that I have found, and they'll be upscaled, and they'll work, okay? I know what pipe I'm going to be using too. It's not this pipe, it's going to be thicker than this, because we need more thickness to it. Now this machine here, this cuts stuff like a machine. It's robot. And also give a very clean look like it was a machine produced it. That's pretty much where I'm at so far. It's been like a week or so later, I don't even know, since the last clip. I don't even know if I made a previous clip from this. But right now I'm in a monumental moment that very few 3D printer hobbyists actually get to, and that is designing and getting to print my first actual slightly complex design. This is a wireless charger holder for an Apple Watch and a wireless charging pad that I picked up. And it's going to take about a day and 4 hours to print. Printing PLA, we're going to see once that gets done. 1, I'll have a practical thing, and I can mount my phone by my bedside or something. And 2, it's going to be a major ego boost for me to continue with the hinges and the different joints and couplers and parts and stuff like that. So, get back to you once it is done. Or something. I just woke up from a dream. In this dream, I realized I didn't scale my part properly at all. Well. Oh shit! So I can't exactly just, explain just how unfathomably excited I am for this. This is the first 3D model that I designed on my own and printed out, and now we're going to see how it is. Alright, so this has some heft to it, and basically what this is is a mount for a wireless charging pad, a key wireless charging pad for iPhone, and an Apple Watch charger. And if I model this correctly, this is going to be mounted to a wall by my bed. Both these should fit quite well. Now that is yikes moment. Quite a lot of sanding, and it does not look as pretty as it could have. It's a lot of plastic based. This is the Staples wireless charger that I'm going to be using. In there, go in just like that. It's just a standard Apple Watch charger. Now that could be mounted on a wall somehow. Back at it. So, a few updates. The 3D model is done. And right now I am just printing some parts. I've printed some hinges, and right now I'm printing some ball and socket joints. Let's take a look at that. So this Gundam's going to be made mostly out of foam, and working with foam, it's kind of hard to make some hinges. I know there's definitely some ways to do that, but I kind of just want maximum mobility, or good enough mobility, and also for it to be simple enough that I could just print it out. And I found some ball and socket joints online, and I modified them quite a bit. So here was the first batch here. I scaled them up a little, but then I realized the arms are going to be made out of foam, and they're not going to be all too heavy. So really, I don't need it to be like 30 centimeters wide. So I scaled it down, and right now I'm using PETG. It's flexible. Basically, these joints are going to be for the arms and the head. Okay, so this is what I have right now. It's a 3D mock-up of the Gundam with almost exact measurements of how tall it's going to be, or how the measurements of specific shapes. So, for example, as you can see from the neck to toe, it's around 72.6349 inches tall. So in reality, I'm going to need like 7 ball and socket joints, but they only take about 6 hours, 6.5 hours each to print, and I should have enough filament for all of them. The joints will be ABS pipe with some fittings. I have 90-degree pipe. I'm going to bend them to 80, I'm going to bend them to 100 so that the legs are a little more spread apart, which is why these hinges will go onto the top of the chest here so that the front of the chest can fold open. I have some foam mat, 0.5 inches, I think. I think this might be half an inch. I don't know. Got that. And then we got that. More of that. This is 8 and 6 millimeter foam. I got quite a lot of that. It's a little expensive, but that's a lot to build off of, thank God. So that's going to be helpful. I'm glad I got all this before lockdown got worse. The 3D print is done. There's some stringing that I can burn off, and some cleanup I have to do. But as you can see, those are that compared to what they would have been. And it is 5:45 right about now, so I'm going to start again for another 5.5 hour or so print. I also have the drawing drafts of the parts of the Gundam, so I can work off of, you know, the very specific measurements. And for, like, say, isometric views like this, I can draw directly onto them looking at my 3D render, and building off of it will be the easy part, and that will go a lot quicker than everything else that's happened so far. Like, having all this is actually really convenient for me. It will make the rest of the process incredibly easy. I have 240 hours left to complete this whole goddamn thing. And as you can see, well, that's not nearly enough. So yeah, as you can see, it's not nearly enough progress done. I have legs. Okay, the legs are pretty much done. I need to make these joints, and the torso is also done. I have so much goddamn caffeine in my system. I've been drinking these. I actually kind of really like these. They have 180 milligrams of caffeine. I have 2 of these so far. So, yeah, that's not done. I need to get started on the whole chest, then the arms, and the head, and then I gotta make the joints. And I have to seal it in plastic dip, and then I have to prime it and paint it, and all that. And why did I start this earlier? I don't know, also with our hose or some shit like that. So, I'm a little like hundreds of dollars worth of more foam. I already bought regular foam. This is thicker foam. It's just like floor mat. It's not. It has texture on one side. And I can't even make my bed. There's foam all over my floors and shit. Like I'm jittery as hell. There's so many paint fumes. So much fume. Like huffing this stuff. Like I've been a little stressed. So soon enough, this will we'll start making progress. A lot of progress. So I need to adjust my schedule to not sleep. I'm gonna pretend that I started earlier, but basically I have cut out pretty much all the pieces for one of the pieces. So this is basically what the process is going to look like. It's kind of big. So this is kind of what a foot will look like. Can't get the best angle. So, contact cement. I'm going to speed up the process with a hair dryer, and we're going to do some parts together. And I'm gluing. I'm gluing! Want to see something cool? I shaved. Okay, so I haven't really shown a lot of the cuts lately. And now we have that at a pretty good 45-degree cut. Now put this along another 45-degree cut, then you get 90 degrees. It looks nice. The seam is a lot smaller. Quick update, quick brag. I haven't been doing too many updates because I've been working, I think, and I just forget to upgrade. I just forget to update sometimes. I've been drinking a lot of caffeine. My sleep is really fucked. I don't have too many days left to do this, and here's some progress. So, as you can see, I have something. Well, first off, these legs here, right, falling over. Why? Because there's weights at the feet. When I was making it, I redesigned it so that these things can actually come out. These things as well. So, in the theme of Gundam being disassemblable and stuff like that, to being able to be put together, it kind of worked out like that. A screw coupler thing at the top, but things at the bottom there, these would screw into place to the legs. But this front piece here can be lifted like that. Designed something I'm really proud of, really simple, but it actually worked out pretty well. I have these 3D printed hinges already, and these little triangle plates are gonna go on like the shoulder, chest area. Well, the legs and the body are made. I'm 5'5", and this is taller than me, so as you can see, there is no paint on it yet. The chest piece can rotate on or move on these hinges, and I can snap the chest piece into place. So the inside can be revealed. I'll also paint the inside here. Have a strap here, magnet back. Doesn't look all too bad. So there's a little slot at the back, and this can fit through, and then it can snap up here. Yeah. So I modified the legs a little bit so that the pipe goes all the way down to the knee, so it's on the inside of each one of these. Now I just have to make the arms and the helmet, or the head. If you hear beeping, that's my air fryer. It's done. Oh, it has arms. Yeah, I need to make hands and the head. Oh fuck. Room update. I went through like 5 of these. Alright, so a recap of my progress. Right now I'm in my garage. I haven't been filming a lot of things because I've just been kind of in a rush. so a lot of things I just sort of just got into and didn't record. Right now I'm in my garage. It's very cold, so I have a heater on, and it probably is a fire hazard, so I'm sleeping very close to the entrance of my garage. So, you can still see my breath though. It is rather cold. So right now I am just sealing it. A little recap of what I have done. I had an idea for a 7-foot Gundam. I learned a 3D modeling software to design my Gundam, so I know the measurements that I will build it at. I designed my own Gundam body, legs, arms, fingers, hands, head? Yeah, I got blueprints of each part. I cut out each part out of foam, freehanded some parts such as the body. I didn't work off of anything for these finger joints. I freehanded these finger joints. The only measurement I did was like the width, and look at this. What up, Mr. Taylor? I'm proud of that. Like, come on. They're finger joints. Fully 1, 2, 3 articulating finger joints. So 2 hands there. One arm, another arm. This is Plasti Dip. I already ran out of a can with like just not even halfway of the stuff, so that's a little concerning. One of the leg parts. Here's the chest part. I have it open here so I can also get at the inside. Ball and socket joints. I also had ball and socket joints so that the arms can articulate, and same with the head. Knee. Fuck. Another knee. Spinning. Oh, I also embossed, as you can see, lines into it using a wood burning kit. So that's just a little bit of flavor, I guess. So, yeah. Oh man. Here's the actual helmet. Can't really touch it right now because it is drying, but it's a pretty cool helmet. I'm actually really proud of that. Like, it's pretty complex, but I really grinded at that. Shoulders, hands, feet. Yeah, it's the back. Turns out I kind of need a third joint anyway, so that's why that's there. So that can be held with 2 feet and a little support at the back. So, yeah, right now I'm just doing the final paint coat, Plasti Dip seal. All the parts are assembled, everything's ready, have the poetry ready, everything's ready to be presented and put into a new video format for a virtual showcase. Gundam is a Japanese military science fiction media franchise media mix, where in the mecha anime genre they are depicted as large robotic suits of armor humans take control of to defend Earth from conflict. They are also sold as small model hobby kits that you have to cut out, assemble, and snap together. I decided to make my piece a large-scale Gundam robot as I think it encapsulates the whole idea of hobbyist activities and digital media, my main tools of escapism I use to shield myself from harsh realities. Thus why I chose that franchise media mix as a main part of my showcase. I named my Gundam the RB-10, RB standing for Reality Barrier. As the armored suit acts as a barrier of the harsh realities I try to contain within or shield myself from. This Gundam sculpture is functional like a real Gundam action figure. It can be put together, taken apart, and has movable parts such as rotatable legs, articulating shoulders, arms, hands, fingers, and head, and the chest piece can be opened to display what is inside. The inclusion of functionality was important because it stands for the control I want to take in my life. So to be able to control and move my art piece like an actual action figure was necessary. And yeah, the containment and the opening part is a convenient metaphor. So that kind of works out well. You get it yet? It's that showcase thing. But yeah, here it is. I hope you like it. Give me an offer, I might sell it to you. Follow me on Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram at Nakatuya. It's been a weird year. You can also wear it as an actual helmet.